Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm at Pegasus, and apparently I've got a cable in the way. I don't understand why that's protruding in your line. But anyway, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, today we're talking about the new patch notes release. Now, sorry I didn't do a video on the new District 56 building that we've got coming this month. But it was actually a shock, the fact that we had that even coming as early as it did. But I knew it was going to be mentioned in here, and to be honest, there wasn't much to discuss about the building, but we can discuss it here today, and we can also discuss it more during tonight's live stream on Twitch. Yes, I am going to do a live stream on Twitch, starting at the usual time, which is 9:30 UK time. So obviously, do check it, do come along and check it out. I will put the link to the Twitch channel in the description of this video, so please come along and say hi. But anyway, here we go, patch 68. So we are going to get a new building. For those of you who did look at Lube's hint and joined Mini Abel's stream last night, we literally tried to tear it apart and come across it, and we got a couple, by the looks of these patch notes, we got a couple of things right, in the form of wave defense and Troy. But then obviously there was a big one where I said that the officer we're going to get this month was Riker on battleships. Well, I was only half right. So, but hey, nobody's perfect, and I love being wrong. So, at the heart of the Terran Empire, then is it a pretender? Yeah, a pretender sits upon the throne of lies. Under the rule of Empress Kira Nerys, the Terran Empire has returned to an age of prosperity. Although once feared as the menacing intendant of Terrak Nor, this Bajoran outsider has used her cunning, guile, and classified knowledge of the Klingon-Cardassian alliance to integrate herself in with the new Terran subjects. However, from high atop a fortress built upon a foundation of sand, with tides of rebellion drawing ever closer, the newly appointed Terran Empress stands poised to lose everything. So, from what I've seen so far, is we are continuing with the Enterprise D storyline, but now we're bringing in Emperor Terra. So, again, Scopely has taken something from Star Trek canon and added their own twist to it and made some adjustments to it. So, but I mean, that's what we expect from a beta canon source, realistically. In the Dark History sessions of the alternate dimension, insurrection stirs under the guidance of the defector Jean-Luc Picard and the crew of the Enterprise D. The Terran Resistance Forces conduct clandestine operations in defiance of their would-be Bajoran ruler. As battle lines are drawn and allies consolidate, the reign of Empress Kira hangs in the balance. However, a taste of absolute power is not so easily forgotten. Now, for those of you who remember Intendant Kira Nerys on Star Trek Deep Space Nine, she was a bit of a... How do I put this politically correct without being insulted? She was a whore. She would try and seduce anyone in order to get power. But I mean, I think the only one who really saw through her properly was Garrick, but he was a bit of a kiss ass too. But anyway, we could talk more about the mirror universe and the difference between what we know from established lore to what Scopely has done in this in tonight's stream on Twitch. So here we go. So as I mentioned, we've got a new building, we've got wave defense, we've got some new forbidden technology, new officers, missions, refits, cosmetics, blah blah blah. So all the usual. Now there are some notable improvements to the store and visual differentials. For those of you who've noticed with the new pay store in game, this is what you're seeing now. So this makes it a lot easier, especially with this border down the side, to actually give you specific. Some of these do cross into multiple different categories, so that's the word I was originally looking for. So by all means, just watch out for that one. But I think this is a great way. Points out various things. I mean, they've even got one that says like new and limited time. So I mean, limited time is something Scopely hasn't used very often and is not using to great effect. Limited time for me, as I previously worked in retail, that's sales, which means that should be like $100 pack knocked down to $50 for a limited amount of time only. That's limited time for me. It's a sale. It's to try and drive up how many packs you buy. So basically, you're getting 2 packs for the price of 1 in a sale. But, I mean, I don't know. I mean, Scopely is a business, but I still think they're short on the retail thinking side of things. But we'll have to wait and see how things pan out later on. And it also looks like the web store has also received a bit of a facelift as well. So that should be interesting to look at. I mean, we can't, because obviously I'll be doing it on PC, we will be able to look at the new web store as well. So, mirror efficiency exchanges are coming as well. The team has heard, obviously, the feedback that we've provided in regards to the loops and the time in the mirror universe. And in response to that, new efficiencies aimed at making sure that time spent in the mirror universe is efficient. So, the mirror universe now is going to be a little bit more valuable. Me, at the minute, I'm seeing the mirror universe as a grind on time. It's just, yeah. I added it to the video that I was doing of the grind time. I'm not completely happy with that video, so it's going to have to be redone again. But this now can change those who have got skeptical opinions on the mirror universe. This has the potential to maybe sway you a little bit in one way or another. It's definitely going to sway me if it works out the way I hope, not the way that we expect Scopely to usually do it. So this feature, the team wants to actively continue to build upon and improve. And we obviously look forward to the feedback. So obviously keep giving the feedback as well. I don't know how much of my channel they actually watch, considering I'm not dropping an awful lot at the minute. But I am trying to get myself around to it. But with everything I've got going on, it's not so easy to do. So what you're going to basically find then is you're going to find this mirror efficiency exchanges. And it's going to give you 3 different bundles so far. So you've got the Stellar, you've got the Mantis, and you've got Voyager. So these are the first 3. I don't know if there's going to be any more coming beyond this. But we'll have to wait and see. Excuse me. So the Stellar is going to see some stellar particles, which will be nice. Rogue reputation, I don't need a max, but if you are a low level player, or if you are in the early 40s and you've got this, it might be something you want to do. Independent credits, always an absolute good thing, and some rogue credits. Yet again, only if you're really doing the rogue faction store, are they actually pertinent to you. But it's still got some good with the particles. I've still got a couple of researches left to do. But the independent credits, the number of independent officers in the game nowadays, absolutely really could do with. The Mantis one's got some Actium Venom, which is also going to be good. Syndicate XP, which is definitely going to be a good one. And Hull Fragments. Now, Syndicate XP is a bit more of an added feature this month as well, because there is another part to Syndicate XP, but we'll get to that further down. But absolutely, Hull Fragments, Syndicate XP, you can always do more of. Get those, the Hull Fragments using to get those officers maxed out. If you've not got them already maxed out, mine's pretty much done except for the Pike and Hemner. They're the only 2 that I'm struggling with from that particular bundle. So, Voyager, what you're going to get them is some exotic biotoxins, common samples, rare samples, insignia. So that's going to be great. What levels that they're actually going to drop, we do not know. This is obviously going to cost you 300 liquid trillium and has a 24-hour cooldown. Well, it could be 22, could be 20, because the Mirror Universe at the minute, for some reason, is based on that 20-hour cooldown on some of the chests. So we'll have to wait and see. So, moving on to the new building then. So, like I said, I didn't do a video on this one because I thought I could easily do the video here on this one. So, what we've got then is District 56. Now, this is a new Terra version, and I'm sure you can tell by some of the lighting and everything that this would definitely go in via the Terran side of things. You got some, like, exotic dance in there. Apparently, there's a gorilla in here as well. I mean, I can't really see it, but then again, maybe I'm just blind. I think it might be that green thing. I don't know. But, yeah. Now, what this is going to do, this is basically aimed at PvP. It's going to increase your apex barrier in PvP, increase your mitigation stats, which is something that we could all do with, and a reduction in your opponent's critical damage in PvP. So it is literally a PvP-centered building. It becomes available from Ops 40, and obviously it's got some additional features after you've leveled it up to level 40, which is increasing the amount of time you have in the mirror universe by 50%. So basically taking out 20 minutes and making it 30, giving you, as even a G4 player, the opportunity to maybe get out to some of those uncommon areas which are you can reach, but you've got so low time. I mean, you're probably talking sort of like 12-13 minutes in the uncommon area if you're lucky. So giving you that extra 10 minutes means that you can go further and you can look at and potentially mine the Trillium Day if you really wanted to. So, but anyway, oh, excuse me. People also interested to know that the new building comes with a free daily gift in the Mirror Refinery, which rewards scale every 5 levels. And what this is going to contain is going to contain some liquid Trillium D, premium rift keys, which is a big pain in the ass to source right now, and some Mirror Universe entry vouchers. So eventually, this, once you tally them all up, the screenshots I've seen so far is 100 vouchers. So basically 3 pulls of that, you've got an entry. 2 rift keys, premium rift keys, only 2. You need 40. Yeah, so you're looking about 20 days pulling to actually get, or 20 times pulling that. So watch out for that one. And obviously the liquid Trillium D, I can't remember how much that was, but it's not high. But it does increase every 5 levels. So the numbers I've given you so far are levels 1 through 5. Wave defense encounters. So 2 of the systems in the current wave defense area are going to be changed into new Mirror Universe. And they're going to contain some new hostiles. So in the G4 area, you're going to be looking at Terran hostiles, Herodian hostiles, so Voyager, and the Monavine needed on this one. Now, there is going to be a mission around this one as well. So watch out for that mission as well. Because if it was like the last time we had the wave defense, they required us to go do one in the early area and one in the more powerful area. So obviously just do watch out for that one. And obviously, like I say, Monavine as well. So great chance for you to bring them out for the G4 players. In the G5, you are looking at Terran hostiles, Xindi aquatics, silent enemies, and the Gorn. Now, if you have watched Beck's video on Star Trek Fleet Command's YouTube official channel, you will see some footage on there of them actually in these systems, and I believe they're going to be in these ones. But the survey's changed, and it makes me wonder what's going to happen here, because, and I'm going to bring this up, and you will need to check out the video to confirm that you actually see this. The survey is called a Mirror Universe Planet Harvester. Could this be an indication of a ship next month? Maybe. Who knows? I can't guarantee it. We was talking on Mini Abel's stream last night about potentially bringing in a ship and a building. I was all for that idea until I really sat down and actually started thinking more about it and thinking, yeah, that's not Scopely's MO. They won't do building and ship. So maybe we're getting a building this month. Maybe a miner next month. just as putting it out there. I don't know if it's going to actually happen, but we'll have to wait and see. So you're going to need a new currency for this one, which is going to be the section Mirror Ciphers. You get 1 entry every 3 days. So I think that's a little bit more easy going than basically saying that, yes, you go in every single day just to do your grinding. So that's fine. The ciphers will be located in the Section 31 store. And you'll be rewarded, obviously, with Liquid Trillium D and Mirror credits as well, depending on the level you've reached. Now, the credits, mirror credits, can be used for some new forbidden technology, some new ship active ship abilities, some welding hardware which you'll need for those active ship abilities, and some rep bundles, Sigma stuff. I'm guessing resources and materials. Syndicate bundle, an elite syndicate bundle. So like I said, there was another one coming this month. Here it is. And some conversion of the new credits into the old one. So you can get some of the mirror universes and convert them into the current Section 31 credits. I think. It doesn't say, but I think. So here we go then, the forbidden technology. We've got two pieces. We've got the Tantalus field, which is a PvP forbidden tech aimed at increasing your hull health, increasing damage against players, increasing apex barriers against players, and increasing your isolated damage against players. How much more OP do they want to make these big ships? Because you know full well that it's spenders that's going to do this, and now they're going to be invincible. You're already struggling to even get a shot off them currently. Now, they're just going to look at you and you're going to explode. They're not going to come up and tickle you. They're just going to look at you and go, bang. That's it. And, yeah, so you can tell I'm not completely sold or convinced on this one right now. So, but it is what it is. Next up is the Agony Booth. Now, this is aimed purely at PvE, increasing apex barrier against non-Armada hostiles, so that could potentially even be like the gold hostiles as well. Positive faction reputation as well, increasing your hull health, more hull health increase, and damage against non-Armada hostiles is also increased. So again, that's another one to go after. You can get them free to play via the wave defense encounters on the mirror side of things, and will play a role in the Apex PvE barrier, Apex barrier in PvE. So, as you can see, officers are coming up next. Kira is going to be the first one. We did wonder if we was going to get an attendance. Now, I will say in Mini's stream last night, it was thrown out there. We was thinking that maybe intending Kira would be a fleet commander. Very good shout. Sadly, Scopely actually are not going to deliver that one. They're going to just deliver it as an epic officer. But she is your epic this month. So Captain Maneuver is Intoxication, increasing your apex barrier by 1500 for 5 rounds. This thing will stack and caps at round 5. So basically you're going to go 1500, 3000, 4500, 6000, 7500, and that's it. So that's as much as you're going to get. She does synergize, and as you can see that the base, big and small, are exactly the same. So yeah, have that. You've got that. So you've got an extra 3000 so potentially you could get 10,500 on full synergy by round 5. But it is PvP. The chance of going 5 rounds is not very high, because we all know most of the fights, PvP fights in this game now, literally don't go past for round 1. Some maybe get to round 2 if they're lucky. So round 5, you're probably looking at more like, if you are a low level player, stick her on one of your ships against a big player. So you potentially can go that extra little bit of distance with this, but it's no guarantee of that. So also abilities, a little excitement at the start of round. When a player is with Assimilate, she increases the number of shots by 15% for 5 rounds, and this increases to 40% by tier 5. So next up is Mirror Esri. Smart move. She is basically Mirror Data, but she's for battleships. And circling back to what I said at the beginning of the game, that I said that this was going to be Riker with Battleship. Well, guess what? Battleship is the half right part. It wasn't going to be Riker. I was not expecting them to actually stim off to Terek Nor part of the Mirror Universe. I thought they were going to stay on the Enterprise D and do that. But no, they've swung off to Terek Nor on this one. So now we've got Mirror Esri. So basically she's going to increase your apex barrier And as you can see by the synergies, base is 7,500, big 18,750, and the small is 3,500. Now, it does say a little bit further down, but I'll say it now. Data, Mirror Data has had his big synergy altered to match Mirror, Esri, and the next rare officer. Also, abilities clean up players with Assimilate. She will increase your kinetic damage by expense for 1 round. This top starts at 450 and will top out at 3,500%. So that's, your kinetic weapons usually are more powerful. So the fact that this is actually gone even higher actually says a lot on it as well. So I don't want that one. I'm going to go through settings on there. So next up is Mirror Troy. Now, she's dressed a little bit more seductively and a little bit more... I'd say she's the devil's wife on this one. But anyway, Catch's maneuver is psionic tactics to start combat against an explorer. This tops out the trio, increasing your apex barrier. Again, synergize, all the same. Now, I'm going to quickly throw in here that obviously we are trying to decide on how long this arc's going to be. I was not expecting to have the battleship and the explorer in the same month. So, what does that mean for today's arc release? Are we going to see a mini event store? I don't think so. But it could be interesting to see if we are going to get an extra month for this. If we don't get the event store this or something similar, like maybe the Dabo wheel this month, then obviously that's most likely going to be next month, because obviously there's not much left they can do about the Mirror Universe unless they're going to start bringing in the likes of like Killy and Emperor Giorgio, and I'd like to see them. But then again, actually we've already got those officers in the game, haven't we? Sorry for the edit there. I just actually received a phone call from my doctor. So where was we? So yeah, I can't remember where it was, but we'll just carry on with Troy. So, Inquisitor's Wrath then. Obviously, she's an Inquisitor. Players with a Simulate Mirror Universe increases your energy weapon damage by 450%. And again, maxing out at 3,500. Now, all the officers, despite the fact that they're being picked from here, there, and everywhere, will work together. So, as you can see here, it's coming up into the screen now. All previous officers have the same synergy group and can be used together to get the great boost to survivability with a new barrier modifier depending on the type of ship you're in. So, and there's a mention about data being upgraded as well. So, here's a suggestion for you. Try Mirror Picard, Mirror Data and Mirror Kira for an extremely powerful PvP crew. Yeah, thanks. I'm struggling to even get the one I've got. Why have I got a notification from the game? It's down at the minute. So now quickly before we move into the next rare, which is Lieutenant Picard, I just want to quickly say, please do not forget to update your game via your client media. So obviously PCs update automatically. So here we go. Lieutenant Picard then, Captain's maneuver, test that assumption. Hostiles level 35 and under. On the start combat, Picard increases your apex by 4,000. And obviously he's got a synergy as well. Now, I don't know if he's going to synergize with the Mirror team. I can't see it, but we'll have to wait and see. But yeah. Always a light on the start combat to increase shield health against non-armada hostiles by 5 through 14%. So, oh, here we go. So, trying with the next-gen crew, this offers potential, is meant to provide strong PvE for the early crew for new players. So, yay! Now, there is going to be a new promo code as well for Intendant Kira, but it says, check back here approximately 30 minutes after event reset for this month's promo code. So they're not giving us it now, they're going to give us it later on. So we've got 18 new missions then coming in. We've got 10 core missions, 8 side missions, and a bonus one for the wave defense. As I mentioned earlier, there is a mission coming with this, which is potentially going to need you to go into those systems to do wave defense and make sure that most of your alliance is working together and you're at that same point in that mission to actually do it. Core missions are going to continue with Picard and Kira on the Pretender's throne. There is the 40 plus, which is dossiers 3 and 4, which is introducing the wave defense. The side mission, again, Exodus is 40 plus as well. And another side mission here for levels 25 and higher, Ally in Reflection. So, got some of them. So, next up, we've got some refits. Now, we quickly mentioned about refits coming in, the new active ship abilities. Basically, what this is going to do is a field repair for your ships. This is going to affect specific G4, G5 and G6 ships so far this month. And basically what it does is it repairs 25% of your hull after combat is finished. So basically it's going to allow you to stay in there. Now it's going to require this welding hardware to work, this other thing that has been mentioned. And you can obtain 1 free activation of welding every single day. Through the Wave Defense store. You can hold up to 10 activations at any one point, so you can start spending the new Wave Defense directives in addition to activations. So basically, this is going to be another thing that's going to help you keep going in Wave Defense. Now, bearing in mind, players at Tier 1, the ASA has a 10-minute cooldown, but it will decrease every 10 seconds for every ship tier. So for me, if I went and put the Newton in, because I've got a tier 7, tier 8, sorry, Newton, my Newton would drop down by 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60. So that's just under 3 minutes. That's just under 3 minutes drop. So 2 minutes, 40 seconds, that's going to drop by for a tier 8 Newton. So that does sound good. However, it's not for my Newton. No, it's not. G4 uncommons. So you got the 3 uncommon ships: the Kelvin, the Bortus, Katinga, and the Valdor. Next up, you got the G5 uncommon. You got the Northcut, the Vorchat, and the Corvus. G5 epics: the Enterprise D, the IKS Rotaran, and the Imperial Warbird, or the D-Deridex B-type Warbird. G6 uncommon. The Akira, the Negva, and the the Minerva. So, and there's also 2 new projectiles coming as well: Isolated Damage and Apex Barrier in PvP. 75 shards each, and there's what you're actually going to see in between them. So, Battle Pass and cosmetics. Here's the patch notes with Bex, and then you've got a load of bug fixes as well. So that is what you're going to get this month. Again, centralized on PvP. Understandable, never thought any different. So yeah, check it out, see how it goes, and yeah, there's not much else I can say. So thank you for joining me. Remember, I will be on Twitch this evening. The link for the Twitch channel will be in the description below, so by all means set your timers, because I haven't figured out Twitch how to put upcoming shows on there yet. Now, I will just say quickly about my Twitch streams. There's no bits, there's no subs, there's none of that usual palaver that the likes of Rev and everyone else has. I've not got all that set up. I am speaking with someone who's going to try and help me, but obviously I need to sort out with them diary dates on when we can both get together and actually sort it out. But realistically, I'm not particularly that fussed about them. Adverts are most likely going to pop up. If they do pop up while I'm explaining something, please don't feel free to actually say something to me and say, look, ads have come up. Can you give me a minute and re-explain it? Not a problem. So downside to why I don't really like Twitch is the fact the adverts come up all the time. I have no control over them, so we'll see how that pans out. We'll give it a go. I'm going to do a test stream literally right now while I edit this video. So make sure that Twitch works. But anyway, thank you for joining me on this video. I'll see you tonight on Twitch. I'm Admiral Pegasus. Stay safe, live long and prosper, and I shall catch you on the next one. Goodbye.